It has been a hot day. Temperatures across many of our locations have made it into the 90s, including Brevard County. Melbourne, you've already made it well above 90 degrees, like 92-ish degrees. It's been one of those days where you felt the full vigor of summer, you know? Wasn't expecting to get a bunch of ice there. My apologies. Yeah, it's been a nice toasty day. You know how you can know that this is summertime kind of thing? Let's just look outside at our Tower Cam network. The beaches more and more have been getting busy across Central Florida, right? Like, look at that. The shoreline is as crowded as can be. Let's look over to Port Canaveral. They said that camera was working. All right, let's look to the Kennedy Space. That camera is working-ish. Totally out of sync. I messaged after I got off the air today one of our engineers, and the chief engineer said that it was back working. I don't know about that. Orlando, you're looking pretty good. Let's head up to Daytona. I'm told Daytona's working. All right, Daytona's working. Hey, that's beautiful there. And then over to the tourist district. We'll try it. I'm told that you're working. All right, you're working. So some of these cameras have been working, some of these cameras haven't. It's been a warm day across Central Florida. We've had this kind of compressional heating thing happening, and what we end up with is, at least in our area, a relatively quiet scope. There have been some showers and thunder showers down across the Everglades and Lake Okeechobee, kind of trying to work over toward the Treasure Coast and the Palm Beaches. But really and truly, it's been a pretty quiet scope across these parts. Now, where does Futurecast take us? I will dial that up for you. All right, Futurecast this evening does try to paint a few teeny tiny little showers out along the I-95 corridor. Not a ton, but if you live out that way, yeah, little by little, we've got some rains around, all right? Then through the remainder of the evening, there's 7 o'clock, we've got some showers around. Gradual clearing, looking pretty nice. Let's look at the forecast for tomorrow morning. Notice there could even be a little bit of fog. Cannot rule that out. So this evening, we'll look at Futurecast for the remainder, but you get the idea there. Little by little, we'll be clearing things out. 86, 9 o'clock, 81 degrees by 11 o'clock. Partly cloudy skies, not bad. And if there's one thing that Futurecast run did show to me, it's that there very well may be a little bit of patchy fog trying to settle in the morning. Not a ton, but there may be just a little bit. From there, where do we go? Well, here's lunchtime tomorrow, and still looking nice and quiet. Just not much to speak of here. Through the early afternoon, not much to speak of. And aside from a couple teeny tiny sprinkles, again tomorrow, it actually looks to be, again, a quiet but hot forecast. And temperatures these next couple of days, not only do the temperatures build, but the feels like temperatures build, okay? For our Tuesday, expecting 95 degrees. Feels like temperature gets to like 102. And then by Wednesday, wow, look at that. 105 is how it's going to feel. 103 is how it's going to feel on Thursday. So we genuinely have scorching temperatures, not necessarily to record values, but to dangerous levels. Take it easy if you work outside. You know the drill. This is the first time that we've gotten to this kind of heat this year. So I feel it necessary to go over the cheesy safety tips. Stay hydrated. That's exactly what I'm doing. Staying hydrated. Now, I'm not working outside, of course, but if you are, take plenty of breaks and cool off. Cannot forget our sweet little four-legged friends. Make sure they're drinking plenty of liquids. Don't put them on the pavement, the asphalt. That's just downright dangerous. If you can't put your bare hand on the concrete for a while, they can't put their pads and their paws down either. So let's make sure to take care of them. Seriously, okay? We have to do it. let's just make sure to take care of them, okay? And then, of course, because of how absolutely loyal they are, they'll go and go and go until they can't. So let's not do that. Let's just give them the opportunity to relax. Pool forecast. This is what I did this morning. I haven't changed it. Pretty much still works. The idea here feels like 100 degrees. Absolutely a great pool day. Yeah, a couple of isolated showers. Otherwise, it's looking good. So overall, it's looking good. Now for tonight, temperatures are going to be dropping off into the mid-range of the 70s. For tomorrow, see, this is where it gets to be hot. All right, here's our Tuesday afternoon highs. 95 in Orlando, 96 in Bithlo. These are actual air temperatures, right? When we look at Wednesday afternoon, 95 in Orlando, 94 in Claremont, 93 degrees in Daytona Beach, right? So we are building in that heat step by step each day, right? Okay? And then just looking beyond that, look at the feels like temperatures. These are the heat index numbers. We've got to take it easy, okay? One other interesting thing, if this wasn't fun enough for you, look at the muggy meter and how today we're humid, tomorrow we're humid, Wednesday we're humid. Thursday we go up a tick. We get into the steamy category. We don't do that all that often, but we are. So good times. Gotta love that. Yeah, it's a hot one. At least one thing that's hot but much quieter is the tropics. Let's just take a look out there, at least for now. Nothing getting going. There's a pretty good little wave coming off the coast of Africa, but it's not doing anything. So there's that. We come over to the Caribbean, South America. There's not much doing out there. So love that. Love that for us. But what about what's ahead? All right, let's take a look. This is the raw American model, the GFS, okay? Let's just look ahead. And I'm showing the wide view just because this morning when we were looking at the runs, a couple of the models were trying to show something trying to get going kind of on the open Atlantic, okay? So here we are on the 13th. Nothing crazy, little storm system kind of rolling off the shoreline there of the northeastern United States. Nothing else really of note. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. A little storm system, you see where it says the Sea and Coffee Talk there, bottom left corner? Little something there, kind of interesting. Over on the Pacific side. Nothing there, though, for us to be worried about. Continuing on. A little CAG low you see there right around Central America, a little storm system there, kind of hanging around Central America, Pacific side perhaps, nothing crazy, maybe entering into the Bay of Campeche. A pretty decent low in the North Atlantic there. See that's a 988 low. That's kind of interesting to watch, right? And then here goes the GFS doing what the GFS loves to do around hour 288, tries to throw together an area of low pressure in the Gulf of Mexico off of a CAG. Ignore that. That is not real. That is not real in the Gulf. That is not real around the Florida Panhandle. That is not real at all, okay? So that's the GFS. Let's switch over and let me re-rack this and let's look at the European model, all right? All right, European model. Oh, it's... Okay, there we go. I'm like, what's going on here? Okay, European model and... Okay, so I guess we're just... Yeah, so the European isn't run that far out yet. Okay, that's fine. At any rate, you don't need to look that far on the European. The point I was just going to try and make is that it's not doing what the GFS is doing. So what do we have to look ahead to then? All right, so on our long range forecast calendar, watching the offshore waters of the northeast United States, then into about the 20th through the 24th, watching the Bay of Campeche, a bit quieter for the very end of June. Then we get into July and we start a bit more of an active pattern, watching the coast of the Carolinas. And then July 11th through the 15th. I think it's even the 16th to 17th. We have to start to watch. That's the one that that's the next version of the cycle that we'll really have to watch the Florida coastline. So we will. And we're going to be, by the way, talking much more about the tropics tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. WJCL Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Nelson joins me for our weekly Tracking the Tropics Tuesday podcast feature. Good times. All right. In the meantime, here's what we've got for you. Central Florida's certified most accurate 7-day forecast. Mostly dry today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Those rain chances do start to tick up just a little bit. Just don't give us a ton of relief from the heat. And Sunday is Father's Day. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Make sure we're planning for it. Looks like a pretty summer's time kind of pattern with showers and storms around. All right? All right. Very good. You good? I'm good. We good. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. I will see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for Coffee Talk. And again, at 10 a.m. for our Tracking the Tropics. Be good, y'all. Take care. Bye.